Wow, what a disappointment. The Aether, not even in Minecraft. And guess what? It's not even in the real world either. Now, we all know what the Aether is, right? In Minecraft, obviously. It's that like heavenly world. It's like the opposite of the Nether. But what if I told you the Aether was real? Or it used to be real? The Aether, right? Well, a long time ago, scientists thought, well, light is a wave. So it must travel through like a medium, right? So what's this medium between like the sun and Earth that allows the light to come to us? Well, that medium is what they called the Aether. Which actually wasn't the Aether, it was the ether. It's pronounced ether. But just say Aether, because it's spelled that way, you know? Aether, ether. Anyway, they believed that there was this thing called the Aether. I'll say ether. They believed there was this thing called the ether between Earth and the sun and stuff and everything else that allowed light to traverse space and reach us. So eventually they were like, well, we can't just believe this forever. We gotta find an experiment. We gotta experiment on this. So they did. They made this thing that you're looking at right now. What is going on here is this thing that says rotate is where light gets shot in through. So light goes through in and it hits this thing, which is a mirror and a window. And as you can see, the wave from here goes through and a wave reflects from the mirror and goes down. And these two are both mirrors which reflect the wave, in turn pushing it back up to this original mirror and shooting it at this observation little ball thing. And according to the Aether, as you can see here, the Aether wind is traveling to the left. And so this wave is like sort of being compressed. As you can see, the like wave that is created from this guy is like, it's pretty wide, but when it's going towards the Aether, it's like compressed. It's been compressed. And that was what the Aether or the ether should be doing. And that means that if I rotate it, it'll slowly become more like uncompressed, as you can see. And basically this allows it to have certain like sort of orientations in which there will be actually constructive interference instead of destructive interference. As these two destructively interfere, creating no light, when if we turn it, these two have like lined up. And that's all the doing of the Aether wind. But when these scientist people were like, okay, let's do this. We got this. We're going to prove the Aether. Everyone's going to be so cool. We're going to be so cool. They did it, but they didn't see this. No, they didn't see this at all. They saw this. What? Impossible. No! The Aether! It doesn't exist. As you can see, the reflected like wave, the wavelength doesn't change at all because there is no Aether like acting against it. It's the exact same. And if we turn it, you can see no matter which orientation it's in, it'll never create constructive interference. And this proves that the Aether doesn't exist. And that's it. That's what they prove. But this is important. It's very important. Do you know why? Because this is on the VCE study design. You need to be able to explain why this is true. And the explanation is what I just said. So now we know. Now we know that the Aether, in fact, doesn't exist, unfortunately, in both Minecraft and in real life. And you just got to say, well, from this experiment, I don't know what this experiment's called, but you can probably, the AETHER experiment, you can search it up, I guess. But you got to be able to explain that according to this experiment, you need to say what should happen, which is that the waves should be able to constructively interfere depending on their orientation with the aligned Aether wind. And you have to be able to explain that they didn't happen because the Aether doesn't exist. Therefore, there is no compression or anything due to the Aether. Isn't that disappointing? Don't worry. The Aether is real in CurseForge or whatever. So download CurseForge, play in AETHER, I don't know. Good job.